Next at 11, an Orlando nightclub owner and another person are charged with several child sex crimes. The details investigators found in the messages they send to each other.
Plus, another chilly start to the work week, but I'll show you when a nice warm-up is headed our way. Coming up.
Breaking news right now at 11. An 8-year-old boy is dead tonight after a dog attack in DeLand. We are live as police investigating how it happened.
Plus, breaking new information after an owner of a popular Orlando nightclub is charged with child pornography.
New reaction from state legislative leaders after Governor DeSantis calls a special session to address illegal immigration.
And new danger tonight as winds pick up over out-of-control wildfires in California. The impact we could feel in Central Florida.
WESH 2 News starts now with breaking news.
And that breaking news happening right now at 11. An 8-year-old boy is dead after deputies say he was mauled by 2 dogs in DeLand. You're watching WESH 2 News. I'm Stuart Moore.
And I'm Summer Knowles. This all happened just before 5 o'clock tonight near Arabesque Drive and Airport Road. That is just off of County Road 15A. Now, that is where WESH 2's Tony Atkins joins us live tonight. And Tony, witnesses tried to help.
Yeah, they pretty much tried to do everything that they can. They called 911 to call deputies here to this scene. And also, some of the witnesses, they tried giving the boy CPR. And it's been 6 hours now. And I want you to take a look over my shoulder because this is still a very live investigation. Deputies trying to figure out exactly what happened to this 8-year-old boy. Now, what we do know is when deputies made it here to the scene, they were able to chase down 2 dogs down the street here until animal control arrived to catch the 2 dogs. One of the dogs was a pit bull. The other was a mixed breed of some sort, but they are now both being held in quarantine at Animal Services. While on the scene, we did see some of those Animal Services vehicles here. Those have since appeared to have left the scene, but there could still be some inside this this community here. Now, deputies, again, they're trying to figure out how and why this all happened. We did get a statement from Volusia County Sheriff Mike Chitwood. He released a statement tonight saying, quote, in part, I don't know what anyone can say to ease the immense pain that this family is feeling tonight. He goes on to add, asking the community to say a prayer of strength for this family and keep them in your hearts as they face their worst nightmare. Now, the sheriff says he does plan to share some more information on this. There will be a briefing of some sort tomorrow, and we will be sure to have that on WESH 2 News. And as soon as we get more updates on this tragic death here, we'll be sure to have that for you. For now, I'm covering DeLand live in Volusia County. Tony Atkins, WESH 2 News.
WESH News tracking more breaking news at 11. The now former owner of a popular Orlando nightclub has been indicted on charges related to child pornography.
WESH News' Gail Pascal-Brown joins us in studio. Gail, we just got an update from the club.
That's right, Stuart. Before our newscast, Southern Nights and District Dive released a statement on Facebook that Richard Kowalczyk has transferred his ownership and has stepped down from all responsibilities. Both he and Eric Patrick are facing federal charges. Southern Nights and District Dive also said in the Facebook statement that the businesses had no part of the allegations and do not condone the alleged actions. The men's next court date in federal court is next month. Back to you.
All right, Gail, thank you. More breaking news tonight. Blue Origin will not launch its New Glenn rocket tonight. Within the past hour and a half, Blue Origin announced it is pushing the launch date back to Thursday morning at the earliest. Now, Blue Origin called off the launch a little after 3 this morning after what felt like a roller coaster, with the countdown clock getting into the single digits before more time was added. The company confirmed ice forming in a purge line four-set scrub. Blue Origin originally aimed to launch New Glenn Friday, but delayed that attempt due to rough seas in the Atlantic. WESH 2 will bring you the launch live on air and online whenever it happens.
Now, Blue Origin did not give a reason for postponing tonight's launch, but did say around 7 o'clock when it announced the launch window that weather might be an issue. Tony, the front pushing through still has some lingering showers over much of Central Florida tonight.
Yeah, there was a little rain in the area, but the winds were manageable, so I'm not sure what their criteria is, but this may have something to do with the issue last night or a combination of both. As soon as we get that word from Blue Origin, of course, we'll pass that along to our viewers here. All right, let's head up towards Ocala, where it is still little drizzling out there right now. Some light rain off and on. Whoa, it's a nasty, damp, chilly night up there. Mid-40s. It's now down to 61 in Orlando, 55 over towards Daytona Beach. You can see this feature now coming in off of the Gulf of Mexico. Still plenty of rain out ahead of it, but it's of the very, very light variety. Just enough to kind of dampen the ground. Couple sprinkles here headed over towards Daytona Beach, Ormond by the Sea, Ormond Beach, Flagler Beach, Bunnell, and the south side there of Palm Coast. Zooming in a little bit more, you can see coming right up LPGA Boulevard between I-4 and I-95. DeLand, DeLeon Springs, couple light showers going to be headed your way. Couple sprinkles here developing over the metro areas, lifting up through Longwood, back towards Winter Springs and Sanford here a little bit later on. And then you can see from Port St. John along the turnpike here, we do have some spotty showers overnight tonight. The showers will linger through about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, mainly south and east there of the I-4 corridor. We'll get the clearing up north. It'll be cooler up to the north. In the metro areas, we'll drop to about 53 with increasing sunshine late morning. A cool afternoon tomorrow. I'll break that down in the rest of the work week forecast coming up at 11:18. See you in a couple minutes.
All right, Tony, thank you. Developing tonight, Florida legislative leaders are pushing back against special legislative session on immigration called by Governor DeSantis. A memo from Florida Senate President Ben Albrighton and Speaker Daniel Perez to the legislators says in part, calling a special session at this time is premature. It's completely irresponsible to get out ahead of any announcements President Trump will make. Now, the governor says this is all about falling in line with President-elect Donald Trump's immigration plans. DeSantis says the Trump administration has already briefed Florida on its plans.
We anticipate executive orders to be issued immediately after the swearing in and the inaugural address. We're going to have some time to process to make sure we're doing what we need to do, but then we need to act, and we need to act quickly.
DeSantis says lawmakers will pass measures that include stiff punishment for local elected leaders who ignore immigration laws. Local lawmakers say DeSantis is wasting taxpayer money by not waiting until the regular session begins March 4th and calls the move political.
All new at 11, a former Walt Disney World employee is pleading guilty to hacking menus at the resort. Investigators say Michael Schuer accessed the digital menu screens to change allergy information as well as profanity and images including a swastika. The report says he altered the listings for certain wines to change the region to that of recent mass shootings. Scary new video at 11 shows the moments a car crashes head-on into another vehicle. This happened on I-275 in Pinellas County last week. Florida Highway Patrol says the wrong-way driver was drunk and admitted to taking 2 shots of tequila an hour before the crash. Troopers say 2 people were hurt in this crash, but should be okay.
It's the last thing Southern California needs right now.
The Santa Ana winds expected to pick up tonight right out over those out-of-control wildfires. The dire warnings from weather and fire officials and what's being done to battle any flare-ups.
Plus, the major impacts the wildfires could have on our insurance woes here in Central Florida.
SpaceX is shooting for the moon this week. What the new mission could mean for the future of space exploration.
This First Morning Weather Update is sponsored by attorney Dan Newlin.
Wow.
Reading the script versus seeing the video, two different things.
2 different things. Scary new video at 11. That's kind of an understatement. It catches the moment a large chunk of ice flew right into a truck's windshield. This happened on a highway in Kansas.
Oh my.
The sheriff's office says the driver did manage to escape with only a few minor cuts, amazingly. The sheriff's office says that was actually the second ice windshield smash situation reported within just a few hours' time.
New at 11, the National Weather Service has issued a rare, particularly dangerous situation alert for Los Angeles tonight.
Yeah, it comes as winds could gust back up to 70 miles an hour overnight over the large Pacific Palisades and Eden fires. Now, firefighters have been battling the out-of-control wildfires around LA for the past week now. Crews went door to door in Pacific Palisades today, looking for hot spots and urging tens of thousands of people still under evacuation orders to stay away.
You can't drive through the roads. There's power poles down. There's live, electrical wires that are potentially lethal. The water is not safe to drink. The structures are not standing. Things are collapsing. Fires are still burning.
Now, help is coming from across the country, Canada and Mexico. A super scooper plane from Canada damaged by a flying drone last week will be back in the air fighting the fires tomorrow morning. Mexican Army troopers and firefighters are also on the front lines fighting the flames as those winds pick back up tonight.
We wanted to give you a video, or at least an image. Check this out. The Palisades fire has burned more than 37 square miles of land in Los Angeles. That's a little under half the size of Orlando. This is what it looks like over the city. Maitland all the way up there, Winter Park down there, Orlando all the way out west as well, through Winter Park all the way down to East Colonial. That's how big this fire is, all the way down to Clark Road in Ocoee.
And the wildfires in California could have a ripple effect on the insurance industry across the country, including right here in Florida.
Every catastrophe of a magnitude like this one is a game changer, and it drives prices up. Katrina did it. Hurricane Andrew did it in Florida in 1992.
Experts say computer models have long factored in climate change with wildfires out west and hurricanes here. And so insurers have adjusted their policies. What's uncertain, though, is how much policies will change. The trend has been less coverage for more money, though. And here in Central Florida, fire departments are already preparing for our local brush fire season. Prescribed burns are a major precaution Seminole County uses to try and prevent big brush fires from breaking out. It's something they do throughout the year. Crews just performed one last week.
We look at how much undergrowth there is, how much overgrowth there is, and what areas really have been affected in the past. When things like back in 1998, we had the firestorm, and that really brought to light how much we need to take care of our management of lands out there.
Some of the vegetation found in Central Florida, like palmetto berries, can burn like gasoline because of its oils. Fire officials say you can help prevent brush fires by making sure the underbrush along your property lines are clear, by mowing your grass and removing any dead tree branches.
And check this video out as well. It's wild video from inside the Pacific Palisades fire zone. That's a firenado spinning up in the midst of this chaos. Just shows you just how strong the winds are and how intense those fires have become.
Well, and Tony, even though it seems similar, it's very different what they're dealing with out there and what we deal with here.
Yeah, so, they have the elevation, they have the mountains, and they have a permanent high over the state of Nevada. So those winds come down the canyons, and they move fires at a very, very rapid pace because of the terrain. Fires can move fast here, but we don't have the Santa Ana type wind, so that's a big difference there. And having the peninsula with water on both sides does give us a little bit more humidity. They get the marine layer there, but it's not on both sides. It's just on the one side. So you heard the guys talking about that in that piece, which was excellent, by the way. 7-day forecast here for you: 64, 63, 61, and 66 there on Friday. So we have a little cool stretch of weather for the work week. Maybe a couple sprinkles here on Thursday. Then as we head into the upcoming weekend, a nice warm up here. And some of you may be thinking about, it's been a while since I've had a beach day. Saturday might be that day, but Sunday on into Monday, I think it's going to get a little bumpy around here. We're not talking about severe storms, but there may be some thunderstorms. We'll continue to monitor that next developing system, so just keep checking back in with us over the next couple of days. Tower Cam Network now up towards Volusia County, Daytona Beach, sitting at 55 degrees, 51. In the Villages, Ocala, rain cool, 46 degrees. That is a very, very raw evening up that way. And you're going to hear a lot about this next Arctic blast. And it's going to get cooler here, but we are going to escape the core of that colder air. And you can see, you look at Florida, you look at the rest of the United States here, we're in pretty good shape compared to many folks tonight. There's no doubt about that. Satellite radar shows that area of low pressure coming in off the Gulf of Mexico. Some spotty showers once again redeveloping out ahead of that little disturbance there. You can see some showers from, we'll call it Flagler Beach, down towards Daytona Beach, over towards DeLand, a little bit to the south here, up and down I-4. A couple showers redeveloping here over Seminole County, developing and heading into Volusia County here over the next half hour. Then over the Turnpike and now 95, we got a little ribbon of some light isolated showers here. Not going to amount to much, unfortunately, and boy, do we need that rain. Take a look at the year-to-date. We're running deficits now of a ½ inch to an inch. And because of that, when you look at our drought monitor, abnormally dry to moderately dry here. So let's hope that we can get a little bit of rain there on Thursday and maybe a little bigger event potentially as we head into the upcoming weekend. Spotty showers overnight tonight. Again, really not more of a nuisance than anything else, creating some damp roads. Metro areas here by daybreak, falling back into the mid-50s. Mid-40s, though, up to the north. We'll get there in a second. Orange City 51, Winter Garden you're at 53, Wedgefield you're coming in at 54. Notice Ocala, the Villages, Wildwood, Leesburg, DeLand, Palm Coast up towards Daytona Beach. You'll drop into the mid and the upper 40s behind this area of low pressure in that front, which will be well south of us, by the way, by the afternoon tomorrow. Cooler air with those north winds and that stretch of cool weather for Ocala. 63, 60, 58. Overnight lows dropping back into the 30s. Could be some frost Wednesday and Thursday morning. No such thing, though, in Orlando. We'll be chilly in the 40s with highs in the low 60s. We take a look now tomorrow afternoon. Highs in the upper 50s to the north, low and mid 60s here in town. Look at Ocala. A lot of sunshine, but only in the lower 60s. Real quickly here, I wanted to show you the setup now for Wednesday and Thursday. A little disturbance may come across central Florida, maybe a sprinkle or two there on Thursday. But as we head into Friday, high pressure begins to slide to the east, meaning that another disturbance will be allowed to work on in. And that's what's going to bring you showers and storms there for you as we head into the back end of the weekend. By then, though, it does turn quite a bit warmer.
WESH 2 News is there for the big story.
Monique Worrell is set to be sworn in as state attorney.
She said her only focus now is fulfilling the will of the people.
Uncovering the facts with exclusive investigations.
Would have been very difficult for Arturo's father at this distance to be able to see him.
There was a defect in the gate.
And alerting you to any changes in the forecast.
We've got our thermometer up top taking measurements. And right now we're reading 35 degrees.
Trust WESH 2 News.
This is Kellyanne. She's your morning meteorologist and Central Florida's certified most accurate.
No matter the forecast, I've got your day covered.
Start your day with meteorologist Kellyanne Class and WESH 2 First Warning Weather.
WESH 2 Sports is sponsored by Mullinax Ford, Florida's largest Ford retailer. For upfront pricing and no dealer fees, shop Mullinax where car buying is simple, easy, fun. Now, WESH 2 Sports, sponsored by Mullinax Ford.
It's been less than 24 hours, so it's understandable the Bucs are still licking their wounds. Last night, Tampa's season coming to a heartbreaking end in a walk-off loss to the Washington Commanders. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Kristen Lago. The emotions even more heightened because of the high expectations this team had for themselves. They've shown it again and again throughout the season so far, but a big test coming this week on the road in Milwaukee on Wednesday night against the Bucs. We'll be right back.
Custom weather alerts on the WESH 2 app. Download it today.
Imagine open up the door to your Uber and being greeted by this good boy. Driving Colorado is going viral for bringing his 3-year-old lab, Bowie, on rides. He was not just a big hit with passengers, but social media followers as well.
Colorado is such a dog-friendly place, so I knew people would like it. Instantly, it was a big hit. All my passengers loved it. Sometimes I wonder if he knows that he's kind of famous.
He just likes to go on rides. Even with their newfound fame, this dynamic duo's formula stays the same. Bowie provides a tender love and care while Kevin gets you there safely.
It's so cute.
It is. All right, Tony, how are we waking up?
It's going to be a little cool. It's going to be a little windy. Daybreak temperatures will be running in the mid-50s, but at least we'll be clearing out and sunshine will follow.
Sunrise starts at 4:30 a.m. with overnight news, first warning weather, and your traffic. That's our show for tonight. WESH News is always on at WESH.com and the WESH 2 News mobile app.
Thanks for watching. Have a great night.